Hello, and welcome to Tampa Electric's 2026 Storm Preparation Webinar. Thank you for joining us on this important topic. I'm Al Grinnell, Senior Director of Commercial and Industrial Business Development, and I'm joined by Ed Mora, Senior Director of our Distribution Control Center, System Restoration, and Reliability, who you'll hear from shortly. Ed is a seasoned veteran, and we've worked many hurricanes together over the past 25 years. If you have any storm-related questions, please type them in the chat and we'll address them all at the end of the presentation. If you have any non-storm-related questions or concerns, you'll have a chance to submit those in the post-webinar survey, and I promise we'll get right back to you. At Tampa Electric, safety is our most important priority. In fact, we start every meeting with a safety tip, so I wanted to share a very important one with you. Electrical hazards can happen at any time, especially during and after storms. If you see a downed or damaged power line, pole, or street light, call 911, then call us at 877-588-1010. To keep yourself and others safe in the situation, we recommend stay as far away as possible. Always assume the lines are energized. Do not touch it or anything it is touching. Do not drive over down power lines or through floodwater that may be hiding a down power line. Do not trim trees or vegetation that is touching or near power lines. Avoid underground power lines and call 811 before you dig. And lastly, do not fly drones or other objects near power lines. Now onto our agenda. Today, we'll walk through how we prepare for severe weather, strengthen our system, and restore power after a storm. We'll also share practical tips to help you prepare and stay informed. Our goal is simple: to leave you with clear, useful information so you feel more prepared and confident heading into storm season. Again, if you have any questions about these topics, please type them in the chat and we'll address them at the end of the webinar. Tampa Electric has served West Central Florida for over 125 years. Today, we deliver safe, reliable power to more than 870,000 customers, including about 90,000 businesses in Hillsborough County and parts of Polk, Pasco, and Pinellas counties. We generate electricity primarily with natural gas and solar energy. We operate 4 natural gas power plants and 29 solar plants across our service area. By the end of 2026, approximately 17% of our energy will come from solar. These solar investments have helped customers save over $410 million in fuel costs since 2017. We all know that 2024 was a record-breaking hurricane season, and Tampa Electric served 24/7 in response to Hurricanes Debbie, Helene, and Milton. I'm proud to share that our 2024 storm response, customer communications, and overall business customer service efforts have been acknowledged with several industry awards. These honors reflect not only our team's dedication, but also the trust and partnerships of you, our customers, whose feedback and support help drive us to continuous improvement. Now let's get into the meat of the presentation with the 2026 storm forecast from NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, and Colorado State University. Both organizations are predicting slightly below normal hurricane activity due to El Niño. But as we all know, it only takes one storm to have a major impact. As a reminder, El Niño creates stronger upper-level wind shear, which can limit storm development even with warmer sea surface temperatures. With that in mind, I'll turn things over to Ed to discuss reliability and resiliency and how we prepare for severe weather every day.
Thank you, Al. I'm Ed Mora, Senior Director of Tampa Electric's Distribution Control Center, System Restoration, and Reliability Engineering and Operations here at Tampa Electric. I appreciate the opportunity to spend a few minutes with you to walk through how we prepare for hurricane season and how we restore power to serve you when storms impact our community. Our focus is simple: keep our community and workers safe and restore service as quickly and efficiently as possible. I'd like to start by talking about our storm protection plan. At its core, this plan is about making our electric system stronger and more resilient so it can better withstand severe weather and reduce the impact of damage and outages when storms hit. We plan about 10 years ahead and make continuous investments to strengthen key parts of the grid and improve how we can isolate and restore outages. That includes strengthening poles and substations, placing lines underground where it makes sense, managing vegetation that can cause outages, and protecting key infrastructure from flooding. For you, this work means fewer outages, shorter outages when they do happen, and a more efficient and lower-cost storm restoration process. Our Storm Protection Plan is updated and approved by the Florida Public Service Commission to ensure it continues to meet the evolving needs of our growing community. We're making these upgrades because our area is growing and storms are becoming more impactful. Since 2020, we've strengthened nearly 5,700 power poles and added more than 1,100 smart devices across the grid. Smart devices help us quickly detect issues on the grid and, in some cases, automatically reroute power around those issues, reducing the number of customers impacted and shortening any outages. We're replacing older wood poles with stronger ones made of steel or concrete. Our goal is to complete the remaining pole upgrades for the transmission system by 2029. Each year, we inspect tens of thousands of poles using both ground crews and advanced technology to identify potential issues before they lead to outages. All of this helps prevent outages where we can and speed up restoration when storms occur. Another key part of the plan is placing certain lines underground. We focus on areas where this work will have the greatest reliability benefit by avoiding power line damage from wind and falling trees. We install these lines using directional boring, which allows us to work with minimal impact to property and landscaping. Since 2020, we've undergrounded more than 270 miles of line to help reduce storm-related outages, improve reliability, and reduce the impact of severe weather over time. Hurricanes Helene and Milton reinforced how significant flooding can be, especially at substations. In some cases, flooding delayed our restoration activities because equipment could not be safely brought back online. We're addressing this by installing flood barriers and raising equipment at key locations. These improvements help reduce risk and support faster restoration after major storms. Trees are an important and valuable part of our community's character and landscape. At the same time, keeping a safe distance between trees and power lines is one of the most effective ways to prevent outages. We use certified arborists and foresters to lead our program to manage trees and plants around power lines. In fact, TECO has been recognized for 18 consecutive years as a Tree Line USA electric company for our responsible approach. From 2020 through 2025, we've maintained more than 20,000 miles of vegetation along our power lines and annually mow over 14,000 acres of right-of-way, which helps reduce outages, improve safety, and avoid more costly damage during storms. Hurricane Milton was a strong test of these improvements. We know the storm caused significant outages, and we understand how challenging that was for many customers. At the same time, the areas we had already strengthened performed much better. In fact, none of our steel or concrete transmission poles were damaged, and our underground lines had significantly fewer outages than overhead lines. The results are proof that our plan is solid. There is more work to do, of course, and we're pressing forward year-round to accomplish it. Now let's shift to some other ways we stay prepared for storms year-round. Everything we do is aimed at delivering reliable power and value every day, and company-wide preparedness is a critical part of that. This year, we centralized several critical operations so we can serve our communities more effectively every day, and especially during storms. On a normal day, our Bears Operations Center brings together our grid operations and technology teams in one place, giving us better visibility and control. During severe weather, it becomes our central command post, supporting everything from outage response to customer communications. Importantly, it's built to stay operational during the most extreme conditions, located inland, away from extreme flooding, and designed to withstand a Category 5 hurricane. This facility allows us to coordinate better and respond faster, which results in lower restoration costs. Our storm planning doesn't just happen at the start of hurricane season, it's something that we work on year-round. Each year, we review and update our action plans based on lessons learned from past storms to continuously improve how we prepare and respond to severe weather. We run mock storm exercises that bring together all the teams involved, including our community partners. This year, we conducted a large-scale storm preparation exercise with training on key activities like handling down lines, coordinating support crews from other states, and communicating with our customers. These regular drills help us respond in an organized and efficient way when a real storm occurs. We also work closely with our community partners to help everyone be better prepared for hurricane season. We share preparedness information, provide safety training, and coordinate plans so everyone is aligned before a storm. Behind the scenes, we follow a comprehensive emergency response plan with our community partners and regularly train together for a wide range of scenarios, from storms to other types of emergencies. We use what we learn to strengthen our plans and improve how we respond. At the same time, we review and prioritize critical community facilities each year, such as hospitals and first responders, to ensure our communication plans are ready so you receive timely, clear updates before, during, and after a storm. This coordination helps support a faster and safer recovery for the community. We're also investing in smart technology to identify damage more quickly, reduce outages, improve efficiency, and minimize restoration costs. Over the past several years, we've added hundreds of intelligent devices throughout the grid, along with advanced systems in our control center that helps us monitor and manage power more effectively. One key upgrade is what's called an Advanced Distribution Management System, or ADMS. In simple terms, this system gives us a much clearer, real-time view of what's happening across the grid and helps us respond more quickly when something goes wrong. It also allows us to automate certain actions, like rerouting power around problem areas, so in some cases, outages can be reduced or even avoided altogether. As you can see in the graphic, with smart technology, power continues to flow beyond the house with the down power line instead of stopping there. These technologies are all connected through a secure communications network, which lets our team quickly identify issues, coordinate response, and restore power more efficiently. Now, let's talk about what happens when a storm impacts our system and how we address the challenges that brings. After a storm, our top priority is restoring power quickly, safely, and as efficiently, starting the moment conditions are safe. We follow a proven process that prioritizes public safety, essential services, and restoring power to the greatest number of customers as fast as possible. While our restoration process follows a general sequence, it's not strictly linear. Because the electric infrastructure is complex and interconnected, crews often work on multiple steps at once across different areas. For example, a repair in one area might affect power in another. Conditions like flooding, debris, and safety hazards can shift priorities in real time. Each grid component must be working for electricity to reach homes and businesses. Our power plants generate electricity. Our transmission lines carry it over long distances, the substations reduce the voltage for safe distribution, and our distribution lines deliver electricity to neighborhoods, homes, and businesses. Our first step is to assess damage and prioritize repairs. After a major storm, it may take a while before you see crews restoring power near you. That's because we first assess damages, determine our ability to access them, prioritize areas for repair, and assign resources to complete the work. Then we begin by repairing any damage to power plants, transmission lines, and substations. Without these in working order, electricity can't reach you. Next, we repair distribution lines, prioritizing those that serve essential services like hospitals, fire and police stations, water treatment plants, and major transportation facilities. Since our grid is interconnected, repairs to these areas can also restore power to nearby homes and businesses. We then focus on the remaining distribution lines, prioritizing those that serve the most customers and are easiest to fix, so as many people as possible get power as quickly as possible. This is the stage when our crews are most visible in the community. Once major repairs are complete, we focus on more complex and isolated issues, such as those affecting single streets or individual service connections. You may also see crews from other utilities supporting us. We coordinate closely with these teams and local agencies to speed storm restoration and ensure a strong, organized response. This approach helps us restore power as efficiently as possible to the greatest number of customers in the least amount of time. Our work doesn't stop until everyone's power is restored. A key step for us is understanding what damage the storm has caused. As soon as it's safe, we assess the system using ground crews, vehicles, drones, and helicopters. We have dedicated crews focused on each part of the grid, including power plants, solar facilities, power lines, substations, and neighborhood lines. This helps us quickly determine what resources we need and where to send them. In some cases, flooding, debris, or storm surge can make it difficult, impossible, or unsafe to reach damaged equipment. When possible, we use specialized vehicles and materials to access those areas and make repairs. With any storm, there are always challenges. Even with advanced forecasting, small changes in a storm's path can significantly affect its impacts. That's why we work with expert weather partners and plan for worst-case scenarios. It's important to know that a storm forecast cone shows the possible path of the storm's center, but it doesn't tell the whole story. Impacts like strong winds, heavy rain, and storm surge can extend far beyond or outside of that path. Impacts can vary significantly from one community to the next. We're not just preparing for where the storm might go, but for how it could impact the entire area we serve. We position crews, equipment, and resources in advance so we can respond as quickly as possible. Our restoration plan also includes real-world challenges like road congestion from returning evacuees, which can slow the movement of the crews coming in from outside the area to help. We strengthen our storm response by partnering with other utilities across the country. We're part of a nationwide mutual assistance network that connects us with numerous utilities that are ready to help when needed. In the event of significant damage, we can quickly bring in these additional resources from across the country to support restoration efforts. Without mutual aid, restoration could take much longer. We also prepare by increasing our inventory of critical materials ahead of storm season and coordinating with partners to ensure we have access to additional supplies if needed. This level of preparation and coordination means a faster, more organized response, better communication, and a restoration effort that's focused on getting your power on as safely and as efficiently as possible. Now, I'll turn it back over to Al.
Thank you, Ed. That gives a great view into how we prepare and respond behind the scenes. Now let's talk about what this means for you as our customer. One thing that sets Tampa Electric apart is the level of personalized support we provide to our business customers. Unlike some utilities, we do not reassign our business team to field roles during storm response. Instead, they remain focused on supporting your business and keeping you informed. Our business team reports and tracks critical facility outages for fuel distribution, hospitals, assisted living facilities, and nursing homes, to name a few. They also send status reports to internal and external constituents, such as the Florida Public Service Commission and the state of Florida. This level of coordination and support helps us respond more effectively and keeps you better informed throughout the restoration process. On to preparedness tips. Here are key steps you can take to prepare before, during, and after storms. First, create an online account at ticoaccount.com. Enroll in account notifications via text, email, or phone. Keep phone numbers and email addresses updated on your account so we can reach you if needed. And lastly, follow FEMA's recommendation to plan to be without power for up to 7 days. For businesses, having a continuity plan is critical. We recommend creating that plan and then testing it at least once per year. For tips on how to create a comprehensive continuity plan, download this flyer at tampaelectric.com/stormcenter. We also have a handy hurricane preparedness checklist if you need it. A few key takeaways are: review insurance coverage with your insurance agent so you understand what's covered. Gather insurance policies and financial records that will help expedite settlement of claims. Consider storing paperwork in a waterproof container. And take complete inventory of your business. Take photos and video of your business inside and out to aid in insurance or tax credit claims after the storm. You can download the full checklist at tampaelectric.com/stormcenter. As we wrap up our storm preparedness tips, here are a few key contacts to keep handy. To report a down power line, call 911, then call us at 877-588-1010. During major storms, you can also report down power lines on our outage map at tampaelectric.com/outage. If you need assistance with your account or have a concern, call 813-228-1010 or check your online account at ticoaccount.com. To report a broken or non-working streetlight, go to tampaelectric.com/reportlight or call 888-223-0800. Now, let's take a closer look at what to expect from a customer perspective when outages occur. Although we plan year-round for storms and severe weather, outages may still occur. If you experience a power outage, report outages on our outage map at tampaelectric.com/outage as they occur. Visit the outage map to view and check the status of outages in your area, and enroll in outage notifications to help you plan for restoration. You have several ways to report an outage: online, by phone, or by text. Log into your online account at ticoaccount.com. If you don't have an account, please create one as soon as possible. Report outages at tampaelectric.com/outage. Send a text to 27079 to report an outage or get the status of an outage. Or call 877-588-1010. Our outage map is a key tool during storms. It provides real-time information on outages, restoration status, and estimated timelines. In normal conditions, the map provides real-time outage information and lets you click on your area for more details, such as the number of outages in your area, your estimated restoration time, the cause of your outage, which can be seen by clicking the outage bubble on the map, the status of your outage after investigation, and the total outages across our service area. Shortly before a storm makes landfall, the information on the map may change as we pause normal operations and activate our storm response. Following a storm, damage can lengthen the restoration process. This is why we estimate restoration times by county after a storm has passed. These estimates are projected dates and times by which we expect to restore power to the most customers in that area who can safely receive power. These estimates can sometimes change as conditions evolve during the restoration process. One of the best places to get storm preparation, safety, and restoration information is tampaelectric.com/stormcenter. This page will help you stay safe around electricity, prepare your business for outages, understand how and when we restore power, and stay informed with essential pre- and post-storm information, including our daily storm restoration activities and estimated restoration times. We also share real-time updates, safety information, and restoration progress on our social media channels. To find us, search for and follow Tampa Electric on your favorite platforms or visit tampaelectric.com/social for direct links. So, as a quick recap, I wanted to go over a few key takeaways. First, create a TECO account and keep contact information current. Maintain emergency contacts and documents. Review plans annually with your team. And consider backup generators and routine maintenance, especially if outages could significantly impact your business. On behalf of Tampa Electric, thank you for joining us today. We appreciate the opportunity to serve you and wish everyone a safe and quiet storm season. That concludes our presentation. Now let's review a few questions that we've already received from you. Our first question is, how are commercial properties prioritized for restoration? Well, Tampa Electric uses the Government Critical Facilities Index as a guideline while restoring the most amount of customers with the least amount of work required for restoration. For example, hospitals, police, fire, and major wastewater are considered the highest level. Assisted living, nursing homes, etc. are also up on the list. Our next question is, what's the best way for businesses to get real-time restoration updates? First, check the outage map, especially during non-hurricane events. For a hurricane event, it's definitely situational, and we get more granular data each day depending on the circumstance. As a result, we work to provide a global estimated time of restoration by county on the outage map after we complete our damage assessment. However, please call our business number at 813-228-1010 if you would like to see if any additional details have become available. Our next question is, what's the number one thing commercial owners should do now to cut outage time? A few items. First, register on TECO account so the outage can be quickly reported. Second, walk your property. Ask, are there trees under the power line that could impact the circuit? Or is there anything blocking the transformer or other Tampa Electric facilities that need to be removed or even relocated? Lastly, quantify how much a FEMA-type 7-day outage would cost your business. If losses could be high, consider getting estimates to install at least a quick disconnect switch, which allows you to install a generator at a later time very quickly. On to question number 4. From a business continuity standpoint, how does Tampa Electric strategize with commercial building operators to sequence IT and network recovery alongside power restoration? For many of our clients, back online means more than connectivity restored. It means fully operational systems, remote access, and in some cases, temporary facility setups while primary locations are being rebuilt. Overall, how does Tampa Electric guide clients in navigating that full handoff? Tampa Electric encourages our customers to test their plans regularly, including simulating a power outage to test equipment and the appropriate sequence and timing. Many of our customers work with third-party vendors to incorporate and test UPS, backup generation, and other power quality equipment such as phase loss monitoring. Question number 5. What's changed based on lessons learned from past storms? Well, I'll provide a few of many examples that we have recently learned. Tampa Electric has enhanced its outage map to support more capacity without latency or failure during major hurricane events. Last storm alone, the map supported over 600,000 total outages. Additionally, our business development team continues to identify new critical facilities that move into our service area and registers those facilities internally as well. Since Hurricane Irma impacted our region in 2017, we've learned a great deal about what's needed to continuing delivering reliable, resilient power for West Central Florida. After Hurricane Irma, we knew we needed a hardened facility outside an evacuation zone to protect our most critical operations. That facility took many years of planning and is now complete. That facility is the new Bears Operations Center that Ed mentioned earlier in the presentation that can withstand Category 5 winds. With our Storm Protection Plan initiative that began in 2020, we've made huge improvements to the hardening of our infrastructure, which benefits the customers we serve, such as replacing wood transmission poles with concrete and steel poles, continue to underground the distribution system. Now, over half the distribution system is underground. We're also lifting assets within our low-lying substations, and we've executed a lease for a pre-staging site in Sumter County. This allows us greater availability of services for large-scale restoration efforts. Our next question is, how does Tampa Electric recommend using a generator safely following a storm? We encourage customers that use a generator to have a bypass switch installed to maintain a safe environment and avoid any backfeed on power lines. Backfeed slows restoration as it imposes a serious safety hazard to crews and must be corrected before crews can perform work on the system. Another question we received is, when or what are situations that I should consider using the emergency power shutoff outside my building? Tampa Electric suggests speaking with an electrician about your business-specific circumstances, which would also consider flood and many other specifics related to your location and business needs. Our last question is, does Tampa Electric prioritize restoring power to homes or businesses? Tampa Electric uses the Critical Facilities Guideline as mentioned, while also working to restore the greatest number of homes and businesses with the least amount of work required to help with efficient restoration. Tampa Electric suggests having an evacuation plan as well as checking with your local government on programs that support unique circumstances, such as storm shelters or available transportation for evacuation. Well, this concludes our storm presentation and your questions. On behalf of Tampa Electric Company, we appreciate you viewing this important presentation.